So today we're working on a 2013 F150. We are going to be doing the heater core and evaporator core. I've already discharged the system. I always want to do that professionally. A cycle recovery machine, don't vent to atmosphere. So we've got the expansion block connection there. We got the two heater hoses, and I believe there's a 10mm net there. There's one way back there. You can hardly see it behind that wiring harness. And there's one up there as well. And we're going to start on this job, and hopefully we'll get her done today. Alright, if you're in the position I am, you're just going, what the hell? Because all this has to come out. I'm going to start. I don't know where I'm going to start. I'm going to start popping panels here somewhere. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we popped the sill plate. The little kick panel down here, the side panel, and these are the three main bolts that hold in the dashboard. We're going to be getting those last probably. There's a couple of screws down here that hold the lower kick panel in. We're going to remove that. We're going to drop the column down, and we're going to try and leave it attached and see if we get enough room to pull the dash back far enough. Okay, we got this little panel there. There's a screw back there. We pop this little rubber up. There's a couple of bolts there. And then we've got this other trim piece here. That's not popped out yet. Just pop out really easy. You can see how the clips are. Don't break it. And there should be another bolt back there somewhere. There she is. So that's what we got going on top. We're probably going to end up having to pull pillar covers. That side's not going to be fun with the handle. To get some freedom out of this dashboard. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I might not have to pull them. I'm going to try not to. My motto is do it as little as possible. Okay, we removed all of our bolts up top. There's one bolt back there behind that little tray thing. Here are all the bolts up top. We've removed our kick panel over here. We can start pulling the knee bolster and dropping the column. Over here we've got 3 bolts for the glove box. I'm on my last one. Comes out. The whole box just comes right out. And we're exposed to our lower stuff. See here, we got a couple more bolts. We're going to start pulling trim panels. These pop out once we get I think the airbag out of the way, and we'll continue on. We've got these 3 8mm bolts up here. Okay, that's where they went. I think yeah, now we're something else is holding it. I don't know what. Looks like it's kind of clipped in. So we're going to have to get a little creative here. There we go. So pop it at the top. Yeah, whole airbag comes out. And of course, disconnect your battery. Always want to disconnect your battery before you go messing with the airbag. I got this cool little connector right here. You just squeeze these little tabs and it pops right out. Don't yank on it, you'll mess up the wire. So we got two on this one. Okay, just squeeze those little tabs right there on the side and it comes right out. Okay, so there's our airbag. Now we've got a nice access to everything here. Okay, the vent bezels are held in by this one screw here, so you cannot get it till you pull the airbag out. And I imagine you have to pull this trim piece over here before you can get to this one over here on the driver's side. Alright, we've made a little progress. We've got the knee bolster out. We've got all the wiring harness for the steering column out. And then we're going to pull those two bolts back there. And there's a couple of, there it is, we got Torx bits. I'll update on size later. I'll put that in the video. But once you do that, you pull those 4 bolts, and then you have a where is it? There you go, a pinch bolt, 10mm. Pull that out, and the whole column comes out. Be careful not to spin the steering wheel and mess up the clock spring for your steering wheel controls. Alrighty, moving on. Alright, we've got a T45 for the Torx bits, and a what else we got here? 13mm. There we go. 13mm for the bolts. And sorry about that. There we go. 13mm on the nuts, T45 on the Torx heads. And it should drop right out. Don't forget your pitch bolt. By the way, there's a little tab release right here. When it's in the bracket, all you see is this little dot. So you gotta push that back a little bit, and then it just slides right out. Also, while you're down in here, we have this 13mm bolt. There's one on the passenger, and then over on the driver's side, there's a couple. It's covered by some trash. Oh, there's more trash. Okay. Let's see. There we go. There they are. There's the two 13s on that side. And get the one over here. Be very careful around the windshield. Just one little knock. That's all it takes. Okay, did end up having to pull the A-pillar covers. I'm going to pull that side next. But back here, you can see there's another 13mm. Oh joy, thank you Ford. Okay, finally got to this point. Got the dash pulled back, got bungeed over here. Let's go if we don't mess up the door panel. You see I finally got my box out, and over here I just put the strap hook inside the door, close it, and you got a lift point, pull this dash back. I just pulled this wire as tight as I could without breaking it, and that gives you enough room. Alright, finally got it out. What a pain in the ass. Thank you Ford. Got 3 studs, one here, one here, one here, and obviously disconnect the AC after you got it recovered. And we have our nice little hole here. These are the 3 nuts. And inside, I simply used a ratchet strap, slung the hook through the door, closed it, and disconnected all the electrical crap. That one wire, what a pain in the butt. I did not pull the center console So I can only pull it back so far. That wire is pretty tight. Then we have these little heater hose connectors that connect to the heater core, and it's nearly impossible to get them out with that in there. So once I popped it out of the firewall, I was able to get them loose. It made it a lot easier. So anyways, that's the big hole. Yeah, so I'm trying to get this suitcase apart, and I realized, after I've taken all the screws out, that there's these little spots that are plastic welded instead of screws. So what I've done is I've taken my air Dremel, and you can see here, I've just cleaned it all the way out. Yeah, go all the way around and do that so you can split it to get the heater core. Excuse me, the evaporator. Thank you again, Ford. Alright, so I'm editing my video tonight, and I realized a couple things. I did way too much work. There was a couple things that I noticed that I didn't think I really needed to take off after reviewing everything and putting it all together. So the only thing I would really take apart is the glove box to gain access to the plugs and everything back there, and then also the steering column. Just pull the pinch bolt, remove the column, obviously, to make things a little easier. But everything else I think could have been left on. It might have saved me an hour, hour and a half, I don't know. I did end up getting the job finished in one day, along with a couple other cars. But I could have made it just a little bit faster if I had paid a little more attention, I guess. Anyways, I hope that helps somebody, and good luck.